This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
West Hazleton has received some nice donations to help out with expenses in that borough. We'll talk with the mayor and police chief next. Good evening, and thank you for joining us at SSPTV, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information. I'm Lisa Sugared in tonight for Ken Cara, and these are your Tuesday headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. What was believed to have been a riot turned out to have been a peaceful protest. Butler Township Police responded to a report of a riot inside the cafeteria of the Keystone Job Corps Center in Drums. The call came in around 8:30 this morning. Upon arrival, police discovered that it was not a riot, but rather a peaceful protest taking place. Now, according to Township Police, approximately 30 to 50 students were protesting their objection to new rules and policies set against students by the new Keystone Job Corps Center administrator. No injuries were reported. Butler Township Police were assisted at the scene by Pennsylvania State Police, along with police departments from West Hazleton, Sugarloaf, Hazleton, Freeland, Cunningham, and Wright Township, along with Valley Regional Ambulance. State lawmakers continue to voice their concerns over the governor's plans to close 2 state prisons by the end of this month. State Representative Tara Toohill says she's working with her colleagues in the Luzerne County delegation to convince the governor and Corrections Secretary John Wetzel to keep Pennsylvania's prisons open. SCI Retreat and SCI Frackville are 2 of the 5 prisons being considered for closure. Toohill says the prisons employ hundreds of people and generate millions in tax revenue for local governments. She's asking residents to sign 2 petitions being circulated to keep those 2 prisons open. You can find a link to both petitions on our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/SSPTV News. In other news tonight, state police have identified the man who was killed in a crash yesterday morning in Hazel Township. 35-year-old Jose Elvin Orellana Lopez of Hazleton was killed in that crash at North Church and 23rd Streets. Troopers found the vehicle sideways into a utility pole with Lopez trapped inside. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Well, what lies ahead in the new year for the borough of West Hazleton? I get the latest from 2 of the borough's top officials. How was the year 2016 for the borough of West Hazleton? Well, today we're pleased to welcome back to our studios West Hazleton Mayor Frank Schmidt and West Hazleton Police Chief Brian Buglio. Mayor, I'm going to start with you. You told me 2016 was a pretty good year, and you have some people to thank because the borough kind of has some what you call guardian angels.
That's right. We have about maybe 4 or 5 guardian angels helped us out last year and donated about between them all, donated about $150,000. Wow. Well, that is good because it saves taxes. You know, we don't have to increase the taxes and everything. It really helps out a lot. And these are really average people. They're not big business people. The one person lives out of town, and she sent us a donation for $10,000. She used to live here, and she said she likes what's going on. And then we have other people that live around in West Hazleton. They're happy what's going on, and they donated money to us, and none of them want to be recognized. We just call them guardian angels.
Well, that's in this day and age, that's amazing, and it's very needed by so many communities. We see everybody struggling to try not to raise taxes, but yet to bring more money into the communities. So this has been very helpful, and I know one of the things that was made possible was a license plate reader for the West Hazleton Police Department. So you got a nice piece of equipment that'll help your job thanks to one of these guardian angels.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody donated the money. Well, actually, there were several people that donated the money for the license plate reader, and what that does is that reads every license plate that the police car passes. And with PennDOT doing away with the registration sticker now, that's going to be on your plate. This will now read the plate and run it for us and let us know if it's expired. Is there a warrant out? Is there an amber alert? Is there any kind of anything that we need to be alerted to when we pass that vehicle? And it does it all automatically. It's really an invaluable piece of equipment.
You're ahead of the curve now. That would be mandated that you would have to do that, and you already have it in place.
Yeah, it's already in place. It's been up and running for about a month now.
Well, that's really good. And I guess how is the visibility of the new police station that is right there on Broad Street? Is that having an impact as well?
Absolutely, and I think the police department being on Broad Street, you know, when we first said we were going to put the police department there, you know, I personally thought it was a great idea. The police cars are out front. People see the police department. You know, we get a lot of walk-ins from either, you know, it's not necessarily West Hazelton issues. They're for Hazelton. It's because they see the police department, and that's where they go first. So when somebody needs help, that's where they're going to go first, which is a good thing.
Absolutely. So Mayor, are you pleased overall with how your borough is progressing right now? Do you have any new goals that you would like to put in place maybe for 2017?
I'm very pleased with what's going on. What I like to see is hire more full-time policemen. That's my number one goal.
All right, so you're looking to do that, but you got to make sure the finances are in line before that happens.
That's correct, and I think there's a possibility we may hire at least one more this year.
All right. Well, I thank you, gentlemen, for both coming in to give us an update on how things are progressing in the borough of West Hazelton. We hope to have the two gentlemen here often so that they can keep you, our viewers, and the residents of West Hazelton informed as to what's taking place in the borough. In other news tonight, they performed here in Hazelton. However, the original Springsteen tribute band, the B Street Band, will not be playing this Friday in our nation's capital. Will Forte, the group's founder, is a Hazelton native. This is video of Will while he was in our studios last year. The B Street Band had been scheduled to play at President-elect Donald Trump's inauguration this Friday. However, that's no longer the case. The band released a statement to the website backstreets.com announcing their decision not to play. It reads, quote, "Our decision is based solely on the respect and gratitude we have for Bruce and the E Street Band," unquote, referring to Bruce Springsteen. The B Street Band played at the Wilty Center in Hazelton last April as a benefit for the Hazelton One Community Center. One church in McAdoo is opening its doors to the community. Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, will be serving up a free community meal this Saturday. The meal will take place from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. The public is cordially invited to take part in this first free community meal of the new year. Well, coming up next on SSPTV News, another outdoor adventure segment with the Standard Speaker's reporter Kent Jackson. And also coming up a little later, the Standard Speaker's Dave Seaman is here to break down this play that gave Hazelton area a huge win over the #1 ranked team in Delaware. He was at the game and has the great insight. We'll be right back.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazelton Standard Speaker.
Every Tuesday, SSPTV News brings you an update on the good works being done at Brandon's Forever Home. Now, Brandon's Forever Home is a nonprofit organization established to raise adoption and foster care awareness. If you would like to know more about adoption, foster care, or the organization itself, email fosterlove@brandonsforeverhome.com, or you can stop by Brandon's at 187 North Church Street in Hazelton. Well, it's time now for our weekly trip outdoors with the one and only Kent Jackson.
This time of year, I need incentive to explore outside. It's too icy to run or bike, there's not enough snow to ski, but I found encouragement in an unlikely spot on East Broad Street, just east of Poplar Street. As I was walking past some low shrubs, a hawk flew out with a smaller bird in its talons. I'd never seen a hawk with its prey before and figured the hawk had been hiding, perhaps ready to eat, when I walked past to scare him. 2 days later, near the Valley Elementary School, I saw another hawk, a red-tail. It was atop a utility pole surveying the shrubs and fields. In the past several months, I've tried to pay more attention to bits of nature, even in the midst of the city. This fall, a flock of birds surprised me by hiding amid red leaves on a small tree 1 block from City Hall. Several years ago, I reported on a local business, S.H. Sharpless and Sons, The company resurfaces bowling lanes even inside the White House, but also decided to remake an empty lot next door by planting trees. This summer, I stopped across from that lot where the trees are now grown and heard a chorus of birds. If I closed my eyes, I could have imagined myself in a forest, although I was merely on North Pine Street. Wherever you live, you can introduce nature. You can set plants to grow indoors, hang a planter from a windowsill outside. If you have a yard, put suet on a tree or a bird figure on a pole. You can even pile brush to give some cover to chipmunks or squirrels, and set out plants that will draw in butterflies or birds. Garden clubs and the Master Gardeners of Penn State Extension can offer you advice. Plus, the National Wildlife Federation offers tips on making yards friendlier to wildlife. They also certify yards as wildlife habitats.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Well, after some school delays this morning, thanks to some freezing rain, it did warm up around the area this afternoon. Here now is our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Starting with tonight, rain mainly before midnight. Our overnight low should get down to around 36 degrees, quite seasonal or quite mild for this time of the year. Then heading into our 4-day outlook. For tomorrow, there is a 60% chance of rain, mainly before noon. Cloudy skies, a high of 41 degrees. For Wednesday night, cloudy skies with a low of 31. Plenty of sunshine on Thursday with temperatures warming up to 40 degrees. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 30. On Friday, we do have a chance of showers after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Partly sunny, though, with a high of 41 degrees. There's a chance of rain also on Friday evening, mostly cloudy with a low of 34. And then heading into Saturday, it looks like mostly cloudy skies with temperatures getting up near 41 degrees. How many of our viewers out there have ever thought of starting your own business, or maybe you're in the process of starting your own business? Well, Leanne Falabelle is the Vice President of Marketing for the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, and she has a topic that I'm sure is going to interest you. It's a brand new seminar series, and it is Steps to Starting Your Own Business.
Yep, exactly that. The Wilkes University Small Business Development Center and Penn State Hazleton are putting this program together, and we're co-sponsoring it with them. And it's really a great opportunity for anybody, like you said, that is thinking about starting their own business. They have tons of really good information, or even, as you said, in business. There's really good programs in here that can benefit those types of people. So it's a program series, and it's going to be every Tuesday until the last one is February 21st. The programs are free. They're at our chamber office, and the time is from 5 to 6 p.m. So hopefully, that's a convenient time for everybody. And there's each program is going to be a different topic. So the first one on the 21st is going to be Is Entrepreneurship for You? So if you're thinking about starting your own business, this is really going to go over all the details on, what it means to start your own business, how you're going to move forward, those types of things. The next week is What's the Plan? So developing a business plan. That's a very important part of starting a business. The Wilkes University Small Business Development Center actually provides free counseling to write a business plan. And we have those services out of our office as well. So they're going to be very instrumental in this part of this program. February 7th is Making It Legal. So that is going to go over, the structure, licensing, registration, all the legal aspects of starting a business. And then the 14th will follow up with financing your business. That's a big part. Everybody needs help with financing, so they'll have some local lenders, different opportunities, grants, those types of things. And then finally, the last one is going to be Paying Uncle Sam. So filing your taxes, tax information, and that type of thing. So again, anybody that's thinking about starting a business or has a business, they're all free programs, and we encourage people to take advantage of them.
And if someone's watching and they're thinking, do I have to go to all of them? Can I go to one of them? What do I have to do?
Right. No, you can sign up for the whole series, or you can just sign up for one or two, however many you want. So they're free. You can go right to our website, hazletonchamber.org, click on January 24th, program, and you can sign up for the whole series there, or you can pick which ones you would like to sign up for.
Okay, so very good. If you are interested in starting your own business or you're in the process, steps to starting your own business, a series of seminars, go to one, go to them all, whatever you'd like to do. And remember, they are free of charge. And just contact the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce and get registered and get informed. Thank you to Leanne. Time now for our daily dose of the green screen. It's your Pennsylvania midday winning lottery numbers, the pick 2, 1, 3. Pick 3, 7, 7, 8, pick 4, 5, 6, 5, 3, and the pick 5, 4, 6, 3, 8, 5. Good luck if you played. Kenny and Dave are in next with details on the Cougars' huge win last night. Stay tuned.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
We have Dave Day on a special day. That's because Dave was in Delaware last night. Now, Dave, usually when our director, Andy Fisher, goes down to Delaware, it's for the Dogfish Head Brewery. You were there for a different reason. Hazleton area Cougar basketball playing in the Concord Classic in the first state, taking on the #1 ranked team in Delaware in Mount Pleasant, and they win on a buzzer beater. And it wasn't just a buzzer beater, Dave. This was really an impressive play from Josh Samick, and he puts in the 3 right at the end off of a block shot from Michael Casadas. Hazleton's played some big-time games this year, Dave, against some big-time teams. I like the front page of the Standard Speaker, little T said Delaware State champs with kind of a question mark. It's a non-league game. You don't win a title for this, but put it in perspective. How big of a win is this for Hazleton area?
I think it's a big win from the fact once they get back in Wyoming Valley Conference play, you're not going to see a team as talented as Mount Pleasant was. The Cougars were able to maintain their composure in a tough environment against a team that really forced them out of their element a little bit. A lot of shots weren't falling. They got down by 9 points. Then again, they got down by 9 points against Scranton Prep too, and they were able to bounce back in that game before losing. So the Cougars have shown some resiliency all year long. So when you get put to the test like that in a tough environment against a top caliber team, it's only going to bode well for the future.
Great celebration at the end, too, showing the video with Mike Joseph running across the court. You pointed him out to me in his, I think, pink shirt there. And they talked about Josh Samick, who hit that last shot. Talked a lot about it in your article, Dave, where Coach Joseph said he was pushing him during the game. Take more shots, take more shots. And you pointed out, I think, in the article, too, that he missed a big one against Scranton Prep, comes back, and it was contested when he went for that rebound. It looked like a Mount Pleasant player had a chance at the ball. He grabbed it, and really, I think, with 1 foot, made the shot there.
Yeah, Josh does have the knack. He does have a very, very quick release on his shot too, and like Coach Joseph said, his footwork is very good too. He had the presence of mind to hop behind a three-point line, and he's among the Cougars' leading three-point shooters. Not the quick release, but he put such a nice arch on the ball too, and there was no way it was going to be blocked. It was just a matter of it was going in, and like Coach said, it looked pure on the way in, and when it switched in, it was just like, was there enough time? Because the scoreboard was on the other side of the wall too. So even the coach from the other team, Mount Pleasant, Lisa Sullivan, said, was that shot good? And we said, we didn't see the scoreboard. We were watching the play. Then the officials huddled to see if it was in fact good. And after about a minute or so, and I think a bunch of Hazleton people were ready to storm the court and jump the officials if they didn't call that basket good. But fortunately for the Hazleton area team and their fans, it was ruled good.
Dave, every now and then, and I'm guilty of this, I'll watch a game mindlessly, and you don't think about maybe what's going through the players' minds and how they're constantly thinking, how much work they put into it. And Samick said, listen, I was running to that point because I knew if Michael missed it, I want to be over there for the rebound. So there's a lot that goes into the game. And no rest for the Cougars. They will play GAR in a league game at home tonight. Dave Stephen will have the coverage of that one. Dave, there was a great story recently Eric Schultz wrote about Jimmy Hoffman, Hazleton area wrestler, in the newspaper, about his grandfather passing away. And again, speaking about not realizing what these athletes go through sometimes, during the whole time he was up winning, I think it was the Sheets Classic or one of the big tournaments he was in, had to deal with his grandfather passing and all the emotions of that, and a guy who really supported that Hazleton area wrestling program. What struck you from that article? And was it the Sheets or was it the Wyoming Valley Conference Championship?
It was the Wyoming Valley Conference Championships too. Yeah, it puts sports into perspective too. You get a kid here who's among the top in the state. He's been that way for the past few seasons, vying for a state championship, vying for conference championships, and just to have another kid with the presence of mind, not to be in the moment there where it's difficult for the family. He knows how difficult it is, an important person in his life, and again, why we watch sports, to see the wins and the losses and everything too, but what drives these athletes too, and the people behind them too, the people that support them through all their endeavors, all their competitions, and like Jimmy said, he's been with them through tournaments, out of season tournaments, out of state, and supporting with monetary, and it just is physical support. Now he's going to offer Jimmy spiritual support, and that's a strong combination for a wrestler, and to have some motivation. Obviously, Jimmy wants to win the states for his own reason, but now he has like he said, like an angel on his shoulder watching him.
Dave, let's close with the NFL. Big games this weekend, Falcons, Packers. Can anyone stop Aaron Rodgers when he's playing like this right now? Matt Ryan, though, no slouch himself.
I think we've got to watch Aaron Rodgers if he has Jordy Nelson. If he has Jordy Nelson, I think the Packers are going to be okay scoring points. Will they be able to stop Atlanta, though? I think Atlanta's the team that's been under the radar more than anybody this year. They may have lost some games midway through the season, but Atlanta's a very, very good team. Matt Ryan having an outstanding season, an outstanding quarterback in his own right, and something tells me that the Falcons are due to get back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1998. And I just think Pittsburgh's on a mission this year too. I think Pittsburgh goes into New England, beats the Patriots this year. We're going to have a Pittsburgh Atlanta Super Bowl, and may the best team win.
It's going to be interesting with those Patriots because they really want to win too, Dave, after Deflategate and everything that happened, would like nothing more than to be lifting the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Dave was here on a Tuesday. Make sure you read his article tomorrow morning in the Standard Speaker. He'll have more coverage of that great Hazleton area basketball team.
Before we go to break, Kenny wanted to say thank you to Patrick O'Donnell for the video from the Hazleton area win over Mount Pleasant in Delaware. Patrick's a comedian, and you can check out his work at patrickodonnellcomedy.com. He also performs regularly at Cove Haven Resorts in the Poconos and stops by Wisecrackers Comedy Clubs. Check them out at wisecrackers.biz. Check him out, laugh a bit, maybe talk some basketball with him. Thanks again, Patrick. And now our social report on SSPTV News.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Holy Trinity Orthodox Church, 223 South Kennedy Drive in McAdoo, will be having a free community meal Saturday, January 21st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. The entire community is invited to attend. And one more quick announcement, Felons Jewelers is presenting the Helping Hand Society's Diamond Drop Dinner Dance Saturday, January 28th from 6 to 11 p.m. The event will be held at Genetti's Ballroom, and tickets are just $40. Including 2 drink tickets, hors d'oeuvres, and dinner, plus live music by Into the Spin. Every guest will have a chance to win a dazzling solid gold and diamond key pendant. Please RSVP by calling 570-455-4958. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Martha Perchak of Hazel Township. Mass is Thursday at 10 a.m. in the Annunciation Parish at the Church of St. Gabriel. Friends may call Thursday from 9 to 10 a.m. Arrangements are under the direction of the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Robert E. Starry of McAdoo. Funeral services are Wednesday at 11 a.m. from the Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 10 to 11 a.m. Jeffrey J. Harashak of Freeland. Memorial is Saturday at 3 p.m. at the Freeland Event Center. Friends may call Saturday from noon to 3 p.m. Carol W. Schillinger, formerly of Schnecksville. Funeral is Friday at 10:30 a.m. at the Union UCC. Friends may call Thursday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. the Heinzelman Funeral Home, and Friday from 9:30 to 10:30 at the church. Kenneth R. Snover of Hazleton. Funeral is Friday at 11 a.m. at the St. Peter and Paul Slovak Lutheran Church. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. And Stella Schwartz, formerly of McAdoo. Funeral services will be announced by the Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Francis Prock of Frackville. Francis, if you're watching, give us a call, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Thank you for joining us for SSPTV News tonight. That will do it for us. Please join us back here tomorrow. Kenny will be back at the desk. Have a great night, everybody.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.